So up to in the last session, we have discussed about the concept of VPC reachability analyzer. Now, in this session, we are going to see VPC peering. That is, using the VPC peering, we are establishing the connection between two VPCs. That is, in diagram, we'll see that this is one VPC, VPCA. This is another VPCB. In VPCA, I am creating the two subnets, public subnet, private subnet. VPCB, I am creating the subnet, private subnet. In public subnet, I am launching the EC2 mission. In private subnet, I am launching the another EC2 mission. Database server I am launching. From here to here, I have to establish the connection. Here, from one VPC to another VPC, we are establishing the connection using the VPC peering. Using the VPC peering. Here, the benefits of the VPC peering is we have to improve the security and saving money on network cost and get more flexibility for services that do not need to connect to the internet. The limitations of this VPC peering is we cannot perform peering if both VPC have the same CATR, but we can perform if we have the different CATRs. And another limitation is VPC, we cannot edit VPC peering connection once it is created. And we cannot attach or detach VPC peering connection. And one more limitation is once we accept VPC peering request, we cannot change or deny it later. Those are some of the limitations in the VPC peering. Now, to explain this in practically, we had to create the two VPCs, VPCA and the VPCB. We are establishing the connection from VPCA to VPCB. Now, we'll look at this. For that, I have to open my AWS account. We can search on the search box VPC. On left side, we have to choose your VPC. Click on create VPC. You have to give the VPC name is VPCA. Scroll down. I am given the CADR name is 28.0.0.0/16 I am given. Scroll down. Click on create VPC. Okay. Now the VPC is created. On left side, we have to create the two subnets. Click on create subnet. You have to choose the VPC, that is your created VPC. Subnet I am given. The subnet name I am given as public subnet. Scroll down. CADR I am given as 28.0.1.0/24 I am given. Click on create subnet. I create another one more subnet. Click on create subnet. Choose the VPCA. Subnet name I am chosen. Private subnet. CADR name I am given as 28.0.2.0/24 I am given. Click on create subnet. Now, I am creating the internet gateway. Click on create internet gateway. I am given the internet gateway name is, that is VPCA internet gateway. Scroll down. Click on create internet gateway. Now, I am creating the internet gateway VPCA internet. Now I am not attaching the VPC. How to attach the VPC to the internet gateway? Select the internet gateway. Go for action, attach VPC. Here we are created VPC, we can attach it. Click on attach internet gateway. Okay. Now we have to create the root table. That is, I am creating the root table with the name. Click on root table. Click on create root table. I am creating the root table name is, that is, root table A. Public I am given. Scroll down. Then select the VPC A. Scroll down. Click on create VPC. Now, the root table is created with the name root table A public. We can select the root table. Go for actions. Submit. That's I am given the subnet is public subnet. Click on save association. Okay. In subnets, we have to go that public subnet. Go for action. Edit subnet settings. We'll put the tick mark enable auto assign public IPv4. Click on save option. Go for the root table. Here we'll see that root table we can select it. Go for actions. Click on edit roots. Here we have to choose destination, add root. This one. Target is internet gateway. Select this one. Click on save changes. Okay. That is, I am creating the VPCA. Under the VPC, I am creating the two subnets, public and private. I am creating the internet gateway. I attach the internet gateway to our VPC and I am creating the root table. Okay, fine. Now, I am launched the EC2 mission like the Bayesian server under the public subnet. Under the public subnet. For that, you go for the EC2 mission. Click on EC2. Go for instances. Before that, in the downloads, any keypads are there, I can delete this. Okay. Now, is there any instances are running? There is no instances running, but instances are there. Okay. I can launch the instance. That is, I am given the name is Asian Server CSC. Choose the Amazon mission image, Amazon Linux, free tier eligible one. Choose it. Now, instant type is t2.micro. Scroll down. Key pair, that is Bayesian server CSC, and download the PEM file format. Click on create key pair. Next, choose network settings. Here we can choose the edit option. We have to choose the VPCA. We can select the public subnet. Here in public subnet, I am auto assign public IP, that is enabled. I am given the security group name, that is Bayesian server CSC security group. Copy and paste it in description. Now, come to the security group rule. Here we have to choose the type is SSH, port range is 22, source type is my IP, we can select it. Scroll down. I am not adding any additional storage. I am not adding any advanced details. Click on launch instance. The instance is launched. Okay. Now, I'm launching the one more instant, that is the patient server CSC state is pending. I'm launch one more instant. I'm given the instant name is database CSC. Hold on, CSC1 I am given. Choose the Amazon mission image. Free tier eligible one, we can select it. Instant type T2.micro. Click on create key pair. Key pair name is database CSC1 key. Choose the PEM file format. Click on create key pair. Now, come to the network settings. Choose the edit option. We can select your VPCA, private subnet, auto assign public IP for this one is disabled. I am given the security group name, that is database CSC security group. Copy and paste it in description. Now, come to the security group rule. Here, we have to choose type is SSH, port range is 22, source type is custom. We can choose the source is 28.0.1.0/24 I am given. Scroll down. I am not adding any additional storage, any advanced details. Click on launch instance. That is, the two instances are launched with the name, this one, see that, Bayesian server CSC, and the another name I am given as database server CSC. These two are running. You can select the Bayesian server CSC. It has the public IPv4 and the private IPv4. You have to choose the instance database CSC. There is no public IPv4, private IPv4 is there. Okay. Why? Because the auto assign public IP is not enabled. Okay. Now, in this diagram, we'll see that in the VPC1, two subnets, public and the private. In public subnet, I am launching the Bayesian server. In the private subnet, I am launching the database server. Fine. Now, in another VPC, the name I am given as VPCB. I am creating the subnet under the VPCB, the private subnet. Under the private subnet, I am launching one more server. That's I am done it. Now I am creating the one more VPC. In search box, you have to type it VPC. Select the VPC. You have to give the you have to select on left side your VPC. Click on create VPC. You have to give the name is VPCB. Scroll down. Not give the same CADR. You have to give the different CADR. That is, I am given the CADR name is 28.200.0.0/24 I am given. Okay. Scroll down. Click on create VPC. That is, the VPCB is created. Okay. VPCA and VPCB. Now I am creating the VPCB. Okay, fine. Now I have to create the subnet for the second VPC. For that, on left side, we can click on subnets. Click on create subnet. We have to choose the VPC, that is VPCB. Subnet name, I am given as the subnet name, that is VPCB. Private I am given. Scroll down. CIDR I am given as 28.200.1.0/24 I am given. Click on create subnet. The subnet is created. What happened? CIDR address is not within CIDR address. That is, I am given the CIDR name 28.200.1.0/24. This is I am given. But the VPC, okay, that's the problem. Go for the VPC. Your VPC, you'll see that the VPCB. What is that I am given? /24 I am given. Within the range, we are not given the subnet. We can delete this subnet. We can delete this VPC. Click on delete. Now I am creating the VPC, second VPC. Click on create VPC. I am given the VPC name is VPCB. Hold on. I am given the CIDR name 28.200.0.0/16 I am given. Click on create VPC. Now the VPCB is created 28.200.0.0/16 means 65,536 IP addresses we can assign. Now on left side I have to create one subnet. For that on left side we can choose the subnets. Click on create subnet. I have to choose the VPC B. Scroll down. Give the subnet name. The subnet name I am given as VPC B private I am given. Scroll down. ADR name I am given as 28.200.1.0/24. Now it is accepted. No problem. Click on create VPC. Okay. The VPC is subnet is created. See that? That is VPCB private subnet is created. Now I am launched the Linux mission in the second VPC. On search box, you have to type it the EC2. Click on that. Now, instances option, we can choose it. Click on launch instances. I am given the instant name is, that is BCE private EC2. I am given the name. Choose the Amazon mission image, Amazon Linux. Free tier eligible one I am choosing. Scroll down. Instant type t2.micro. Key pair I am creating with the name. I can download the key pair format, PEM format. Click on create key pair. Okay. Next. We can choose the network settings. Under the network settings, we can choose the edit option. Here we have to choose your VPC, that is VPCB. Under that the subnet VPCB private subnet is there. Okay. Auto assign public IP is disabled. Now I am given the security group name is, this is the security group name I am given. Same I copy and paste it in description. Okay. Hold on. Here the security group rule type is SSH port range is 22, source I am given as custom, source I entered 28.0.2.0/24. I can add security group rule, that is, we can choose the type is all ICMP IPv4 I am chosen. This one. What is the purpose of ICMP? That is for sending ping request. For that I am choosing the type is ICMP. Okay. Protocol is ICMP, port range is all, and source type is custom. We can enter the source is 28.0.2.0/24 I am given. I am not adding any additional storage. I am not given in advanced details. Click on launch instance. The instance is launched. Okay. Go for that. What is the state? It is a pending. Now, we connect the public instance from first VPC. For that, Bayesian server CSC, we can click on the server instance. You have to note down the public IPv4. Before that, I had to convert the PEM file format to .ppk format. I am converting using Puttizen software. Click on that. Load. All files we have to choose. Bayesian server CSC key. Open. OK. Save private key. Click on yes. I am given the name is Bayesian server CSC. Click on save option. Close it. I have to open the Putty software. Now, I have to copy the Bayesian server public IPv4, paste it here. Under the SSH, choose authentication, browse the key, select Bayesian server CSC key, click on open, open, click on accept. Now we have to give the login as EC2-user. Click on enter. Now the Bayesian server, it is connected. I can change the settings, appearance. Okay. Apply. Appearance is changed. Now I am connecting the Bayesian server. I am connecting the Bayesian server. Okay. Now try to connect the private instance, first VPC, using the public subnet, that is private instance, first VPC we had to connect. This one, database CSC1. You can connect it. That's there in the VPC1 under the private subnet. Select the connect option. We can choose the tab here SSH client. We can copy this one, paste it here, input it. Click on enter. Click on type yes. See that? What the message you are getting? Permission is denied. Permission is denied. We are not able to connect because our instance don't have the PEM file. We can create the PEM file in the instance. We can type the command in the Putty software. This is the command we can type it. That is BIM PEM file format, PEM file name dot PEM. Here the public subnet PEM file is database CSC1. You can copy this, minimize this one. Here you can paste it. Now we have to copy this, paste it in Putty software, click on enter. I had to go to the PEM file format, database CSC1, select this one, right click on it, open with notepad. The entire one we can select it, Control C, copy it and open the putty, right click on it. We can save this as :WQ, this explanatory mark. Click on enter. Okay. Now we can change the permission of the file. How we can change the permission of the file? By writing this one. That is by writing chmod 400 and the PEM file name is this one with the extension. Okay, you can copy this and paste it here. Click on enter. Now we switch to the root user. How we have to switch to the root user? Sudo su. Click on enter. It is came to the root user. Open the AWS account. Go to the instances. We can select the instance database CSC, that's in VPC1. Select the connect. Here we can copy this one. Now you have to paste it in putty. Click on enter. You have to type as yes. See that? Now it is connected. It is connected. Database CSC server is connected. See that? This is. If you want to doubt, you can check the instance private IPv4. See here. Database server is connected. Same IP address. Means the database server is connected. Database server is connected. Okay. Now we try to connect private instance first VPC to private instance second VPC. That is in this diagram, see that? We'll try to connect this private subnet instance to another VPC private subnet instance. We try to connect. For that, the VPC2, what is the instant name I am given? This one. Okay. Now we go to SSH, click on connect, copy SSH and paste it here. Click on enter. See that? We are getting an error message. Identity file VCE private EC2 key PEM file is not accessible. No such file or directory. No such file or directory. Okay. We are not establishing the peering. But then we can create peering connection. How we can create the peering connection means you have to open your AWS. On search box, we have to type it the VPC. Click on VPC. Here on left side, VPC under the virtual private cloud, peering connections are there. Click on that. Click on create peering connection. We have to give the name, that is VPC A2. That's I am given the name. You can select the local VPC to peer with VPC ID requester ID. That the first VPC you can select it. Select another VPC peer. That is, if you want to select the another VPC to peer with my account and the reason. If you want to choose another account also, we can choose it. We can enter the account ID. I can choose my account. That's the first option I am choosing. I don't know others AWS account. That's why I'm not choosing another account. I can choose my account. Scroll down. That is, we can select the requester. Now, acceptor ID, we can choose it. That is VPCB. Here also the same. Acceptor also the same. Okay. Click on create peering connection. Then we'll see that the peering connection. What is the status? Pending acceptance. We can select the VPC peering, go for actions. Here we can choose accept request. Click on accept request. Now see that what is the status? Active. Okay. Now the status has been changed, that is active status. Okay. Now we cannot directly connect peering connection with both VPC. To connect both VPC, we need a private route table in both the VPC. In both the VPC. If you want to doubt, you'll see that I can copy and paste it here. We can search it on EC2. We can select the instances. Select VCE private EC2. Connect. Copy SSHI. Paste it here. Click on enter. See that we are also getting an error message. Okay. Now we need to create the routing table. There is no routing tables I am created in this diagram. See that in this one, connection from first VPC private subnet to second VPC private subnet. I am not creating any routing table. Just I am creating the VPC peering. Now I am creating the routing table. That's why we are getting an error message here. We are getting an error message. Okay. Now I am creating the routing table. You can type it on search box VPC. Okay. Now on left side route table, we can click on that. Here we can create one more route table with the name, that is route table private. You can select the VPC. First VPC we can select it. Scroll down. Click on create route table. Route table is created with the name route table private is created. Now we can select the route table, go for actions. You can choose edit subnet association. Now we can choose, we can attach the private subnet. Click on save association. Okay. Now we can choose the route table private A. Go for actions, select edit routes. Here, here we can add route, that is here. We can add the route is 28.200.1.0/24. Your target is peering connection. Select this one. Click on Save Changes. Similarly, I am creating another route table for the VPCP. On left side, we can choose the route table. Click on Create Route Table. I am given the route table name is route table private. You can choose the VPC. Second VPC, we can choose it. Scroll down. Click on Create Route Table. The route table is created with the name that is route table private B. See here, we can select this route table, go for actions, edit subnet association. Now we have to choose VPC B private. Click on Save Association. Now we can select the same route table private B, go for actions, edit routes. Here we can add route, that is 28.0.2.0/24. Now here we have to choose the peering connection. Select this one. Click on Save Changes. Okay. Now go for EC2. Go for the instances. We can select the instance VCE private EC2. Go for connect. Now you copy SSHI. Okay. You paste it here. Click on enter. Type it S. See that? Now it is connected. See the private IP address. See that? What it is given the message? Warning message. You are getting. What the warning message you are getting? What the warning message you are getting? VCE private EC2 PEM file is not there. But the procedure we have to follow, that is, we can follow this one. That is, what is the PEM file name for this one? VCE private EC2. We can copy the name, paste it. Now you can copy this same one. We're getting an error message, that's why we are doing. Click on enter. You can minimize this. I have to open this PEM file in the notepad. Copy this and open the putty. Right click on it. We can save this WQ colon. Click on enter. Now you will try. Copy SSH for this instance. VCE private EC2. Connect. SSHI. Copy it and paste it here. Click on enter. Now it is not connected. Now we have to give the ping request. Have to give the ping request. Why? Because the VPC is different. That's why it is not connected. Now we have to give the ping request. How we have to give the ping request? By writing the command ping the private IP of this EC2 instance. Private IP of this EC2 instance. This is ping request is possible or not. We will see that. Ping this one. Click on enter. See that. Now it is peering. From this private subnet instance to from this VPC private subnet instance. Peering is established. See here. Want to stop that? Control C. Okay. Now try to connect. We can try to connect this one. Before that, I can copy this SSH, connect. Before I copied the PEM file format, I am not changing the mode. That is CH mode I am not changing. This is the one. You can copy this one and paste it here. Now we can copy entire one, paste it here. Now you will try SSH I for this instant, connect, copy SSH I, paste it here. Now you'll see that it is connected. That is, I established the connection from this VPC private subnet instant to another VPC private subnet instant. I am establishing the connection. If you want to doubt, we can check it. What is the instance private IP address? This is. Now, for this one, we will see that the IP address, both of them are same or not. Means I am connecting to the second VPC private subnet instance. I am establishing the connection from first VPC private subnet instance to second VPC private subnet instance. Okay. The ping is also I am showing. Now that is from first VPC instance to second VPC instance. Now you will try the ping request, that is ping first VPC private instance, this one. You copy VPC1 private instance, that is the database CSC. Here you can type it, ping this one. Means VPC1 private subnet instant I am given, ping request. What happened? It's not working. Ping is not working. We are not able to ping. Okay. Instead of that, we can control it. We can ping the request here, this one. They're the same one. Ping this one. Is ping request is sent. That is with the same instance. Now We have to exit this one. Means we are in first VPC, the database instance. Now we can send the ping request for this VPC to VCE private EC2 instance. Ping request, we click on enter. Now the ping request is transmitted. See here. To stop that, Control C. Okay. That's about I am establishing the peering connection between two VPCs. Is any queries? Now to deletion process, first we have to delete the instances. Whatever the instances are running, those instances we can terminate. We can select all the instances, instant state, terminate. Click on terminate. Okay, now we can close this one. Then the second step is we can delete the peering. We can search it on search box VPC. Here on left side peering connection is there. We can select VPC A to B, go for actions, delete peering connection. Here we can choose the option root table entries. Delete related root table entries or do not delete root table entries. I can choose the first option. We can type it delete. Click on delete. Okay. First, I have to terminate the instances. Second, I can delete the peering connection. Third, I have to delete both the VPCs. Choose your VPCs. One by one, the VPC we can choose it. First VPC I am choosing. Go for actions. Click on delete VPC. When I am deleting the VPC, the related subnets, internet gateway, routing tables are deleted. Delete. I can delete the second VPC. Select this one. Go for actions. Delete VPC. We are deleting the VPC B means related subnets, routing table, or and the internet gateways are deleted. You can type the delete. Click on delete. Now see here, your VPC, your created virtual private clouds are there? No. We are created the subnets. All are deleted. Whenever you are deleting your VPCs, the related subnets, routing table, internet gateways are deleted. See that the route table, see that the internet gateways default is there. VPC peering connection, that's there. It's to delete permanently, it is taking the time. Okay, the status is deleted. That's about the VPC peering connection. Okay.